Hey guys, my name is Jonathan Vauer, and in this video I'm going to show you how to record and mix pop folk vocals. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First of all, like all YouTubers, I gotta do a shameless plug. So if you like this song, it's called Charlie. It's out now everywhere on all streaming platforms, and there will be a link in bio. So if the song catches your ear, it would mean the world to me if you could go stream it. Thank you. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into it. We don't start in Logic, we actually go in Console, Universal Audio Console. I have a Universal Audio interface. I have the Apollo Solo. I used to have the Twin, but I wanted to be able to travel with it and go to cafes and stuff like that, so I wanted the bus power, so I actually downgraded because it has less CPU, but it does what I needed to do. You don't have to have a universal audio to make great music. It's industry standard, but Scarlett, Focusrite, and all those interfaces are very good. All the cheap interfaces are getting very, very good, and a lot of artists are making great songs with $100, $50, $80 interfaces. So you don't have to have great gear, but I just like it. I like it because I can monitor myself. As you can see, I have the YouTube set up now. I also do it for live sometimes and for studio where I'm recording. I would do this with the preamp here. I'm pretty sure you get this free when you buy a universal audio device, but I'll do the preamp kind of thing, and then I have this bypass because I don't want compression now on my vocal when I record. But usually I don't have the bypass. I have the LA2A, so it's kind of like a compression needle, and I do very light compression on the way in, around 0 to 6 dBs of gain reduction. I don't want a lot of compression on the way in because you can't. It's old school. You do it on the way in, you can't tweak it. So just do it for the color, and then when you're in the door, do some compression, heavy compression. But do a little bit of compression. If you are capable of doing it, do a little bit of compression on the way in, because it sounds good, and it's also what all artists do. Then I usually have it sent to I do this where I monitor. So I put this on 0, and then I'm gonna mute this so we're not hearing me double. I'll put it on 0, and then this actually is working, and then I have some auto-tune and some reverb just for monitoring, so I can hear if I'm singing correctly, and I can get the confidence. It's actually not to be like, I don't record it and I don't actually use it that much, but it's for the confidence. If you sound good in your ears, you're probably gonna do it better in the studio. So yeah, I do that, and I do it on here because I don't want it to get recorded on the track here. This, I just have this on because, yeah, as I said, I do this for YouTube setup. So this is a light EQ for some YouTube, and then some de-essing just so your ears are not getting killed on this dynamic microphone. But yeah, now we go into Logic. Okay, cool. Now that you have seen me do that, let's talk about the lead vocal. I would normally not record to a 2-track, but in this case I did because I made this with a friend of mine, and he got all the stems, and he sent me the stems, but it's very, very like, he just mixed it. It sounds like a beat. It's very good. It's very cool. I like it a lot. I can't do it better. So I recorded to the 2-track. It's also less CPU heavy. Sometimes it's just good to record on 2 tracks, but normally I like to treat things, so I like to, if I think the guitars are too loud, when the final vocal is laid down, I'm gonna turn them down and stuff like that. That's why I don't like to record on 2 tracks, but rappers do it all the time, and also some pop artists, and it sounds good. So you can easily record to 2 tracks. So if you get beats or stuff like that, you can just, there you go. I'm gonna show you a trick at the end of this video where it's like heavenly difference to do on a 2-track. It's a plugin, but it's a very cool one. Anyways, the lead vocals is called JF Edited because actually I edit my vocals. I track with autotune and some LA2A, and I bounce it, I comp it, and then I bounce it down here where it's ready for Melodyne. I don't use Melodyne as pitch correction actually. I do autotune with that, and I have the settings fairly high actually. I think 17, 0, and 50 humanize. I usually go like 20, 20, 20 or something like that, but this was kind of particular. I don't know why. Yeah. I do Melodyne then, and I do Melodyne for only one reason. I track the whole vocal through the Melodyne, and then I do this setting where it's called make quiet notes louder, make loud notes quieter. Now my special thing is on. And that's because it's kind of like vocal writing, like the Waves vocal writer, but I think Melodyne does it very naturally. And I have the Melodyne editor. It's not even the like cool one where you can do all essential Melodyne essential, it's called. You can't even do all the cool things, so it's just Melodyne does it very natural. But this is then I bounce that, and then I have this track, and then I put my effects on it. But I do some compression, some autotune, some gain for like, I do as you can see, 2 seconds, there you go. I do looks kind of crazy, but I do my voice is very sibilant, so I do individually S's and T's and K's and stuff like that. If I think they sound very, very bad, I do gain staging. I turn it down, clip gaining it. So yeah. And then we put it to Melodyne, we vocal write it, and then we put it to this track where we mix it like a lead vocal. Anyways, this is how the lead vocal sounds without anything on it.
The same lazy style. Do you still hate school? Do you have that goofy smile? And do you know what drives me wild? That I can see you in myself, but I can't get you out, yeah.
Then I put the Avox on it. It's such a great compressor. It's a run-up kind of thing. I do this. This is kind of my go-to setting. I usually turn the gain down, maybe -3, but it didn't need it this time. It's a very, very cool compressor. It just makes it loud, makes it pop out.
Why'd you have to go?
Yeah, already. Loud is not better, but already it does something. It's making it. I just love that compressor, and it's pretty much also an industry standard. So then I do some SSL, because I don't like being so particular with the EQ, because I like the SSL because it's kind of like the old school way. You can't go down and say like, oh, on 5040 kilohertz. I don't like that, because that's annoying frequency. I think sometimes you take the life out of vocals. It can be done very, very good, but it can also be done way too much. So I like this SSL. It's waves, it's chill, and you can do a lot of things with it. And the compression, let me show this.
Golly, why'd you have to go?
So like the compression hits between 3 and 6. It opens up the vocal for me. It sounds so good. I have a low cut on it on 112 just to remove rumble. I have a slight boost, 3 decibels boost on 10K. 10K is just a golden for male singers usually. It just sounds good. Then I do cuts. I do cuts around 1500, 1.5 kilohertz, and then it's like a ride cut, and it's not that much. It's 2 decibels. And I do that around 500 also, and then again just 2 decibels, and then I don't do anything here. So yeah, that's my settings. SSL, it's cool, it sounds good.
Golly,
Sounds good.
why'd you have to go?
Then I put the C4 on. This is actually, it's a love or hate relationship I think people have with the multiband compressor. But for me, when you mix to the track, when you hear the vocal separately, I don't like how the C4 sounds. But when you hear it in the track, it just makes a multiband compressor, makes the vocals sound more into the track. So when you do it now here,
Golly,
it's subtle.
why'd you have?
Whereas is this without?
Golly, why'd you have?
but it just kind of tames. I put -40 on the S's and like the very, very high end if you listen to this. Alright. And then this is the killer. This makes it less boxy. This makes it like just perfect. But if you do it too much, you get it too boxy. So this is kind of like bread and butter to me. I really love the C4. And then some de-esser. And let's do it to the beat. Because now, usually I don't EQ to the beat. Usually I do compression and EQ without, just to hear the frequencies I don't like. And then after I did the EQ with the C4, I'm doing it to the beat. So, wait a second. The de-essing is not doing that much because I already did it like manually. But it's doing still -9. Never mind, it's doing a lot. I don't know, I remember it's not doing that much, but it's doing a lot. It sounds good, so if it sounds good, keep it.
Lost a lot of people, but you're the one I miss the most.
Then I do curves. It's kind of like Soothe, Curves the Crater. I analyzed it. I turned, check learn. There you go. It listens to it, and then it kind of just.
And when darkness falls and you forget.
It's removing those frequencies. Anyways, then we have the effects. So let's talk about that.
Lazy star, do you still hate school? Do you have that goofy smile and do?
Just a vocal reverb, just a normal plate. I have this plate on.
You know what drives me round?
I track space it, which is way too overkill, but I track space it to the vocal. So
that I can see you in myself, but I can't get you out.
So it ducks every time the vocal is there, and then it comes out when the vocal stops singing. Kind of ducks. It's not doing that much. It's sidechaining. And then I'm just using track space, and then I cut the high end and the low end because I don't like the sizzle and I don't like the rumble with the reverb. It's pretty easy. On a delay, I did this delay. I call it Vox delay.
You know what drives me round? That I can.
It's just a very, very, very small Vox delay.
I can see you in myself, but I can't.
You probably can't hear it if you don't have headphones on. It's a very, very tight Vox delay, and just to give it some width. Then I have parallel compression. I automated the parallel compression, so every time we hit the chorus.
Golly, why'd you have to go? You know I lost a lot of people, but you're the one I.
So that's just spank CLA vocals with some spread on it just to make it ride. Parallel compression, kinda a game changer for me to make a chorus more like punchy. I use parallel compression all the time. Just if you don't want to add dubs, and if you did add dubs and you think it's not enough, it sounds good. Then we have the second verb. That's just a big plate, and I do that. I also do that here, yeah, as you can see.
Golly, why'd you have to go?
So very, very loud. And then the delay, I actually saw Phineas, Billie Eilish's brother, and producer and engineer and stuff like that. He uses this delay. I do a quarter on the left, and I do a eighth on the right. Now it's time for background vocals. This is gonna expose me, but I like using heavy autotune on background vocals. So, as an effect, because I think it sounds so good in the mix. And I saw John Mayer do this actually on New Light, where he goes from the bridge to the last chorus. It's very, very autotune. I think there's a video on YouTube about it, where like his vocals are very autotune. And I like doing that on my vocals. So, for instance, I think we have some oohs. The oohs are very autotune. So if we just solo the oohs. And I like the waves tune for this kind of effect. I think it fucking does it well. Kind of like Kanye in a bit, with the Life of Pablo kind of thing. It's also very toony on most of those songs, but it just sounds so good in the mix.
And I see you standing there before me with your pure heart and those crazy dreams.
You can hear it now because I just told you there's a lot of autotune on it, but I guarantee you there's not a lot of people who's hearing it when it's like a synth for them, and I like it a lot. So on oohs and ahs and stuff like that, I really do heavy autotune. On background vocals, I do autotune, but it's less autotune. So, for instance,
Saying mine will be okay, and my dad is doing well, but I know that you can't tell that without you by my side, you come screaming out for help, yeah.
So autotune, but when you hear it with this,
Saying mine will be okay, and my dad is doing well, but I know that you can't tell that without you by my side, you come screaming out for help, yeah.
yeah. So, and for mixing background vocals, I do the tuning on the individually tracks, and then I do Avox again. I just fucking love Avox, and then some channel EQ, because I think this time it's just do it light, grab some, and I'm removing a lot of freaking low end, and I don't know why. Maybe it was very muddy, but 234, that's a lot of low end I removed, and then I boosted a bit on the highs. I did probably go after this background vocals EQ kind of thing, but I think it's different. So yeah. And then I did some C4, of course. Pop vocal, I always just do this. This is a preset. You go down here, and then you go, yeah, you presets, and then you go pop vocal. There you go, up here. Always. That's that. I do some de-essing, very heavy de-essing, as you can see, and that's because you don't want the S's and the T's and the K's. You don't want that on background vocals. You don't want it. I hate it. I don't like how a de-ess sounds, but I don't like S's and T's and killing the music because you can't hear it because it's too rough to listen to. So I do a lot of de-essing. And then I do the cursor creator. I analyze it again, just analyze how it sounds, and then I put some space design on it. This vocal plate is good. I like Logic Space Designer. So yeah, and as you can hear,
Nice and bold. Why'd you have to go?
it's working. I'm doing the dubs, and then I do the third. It's not a third, it's usually just a third, but this is actually going kind of insane, and it's not sounding so good on its own, but I really love it in the mix. So so it's kind of eggy, but with the vocal and the oohs, it sounds something like this. Let me just, there you go.
Charlie, why'd you have to go? You know,
Very auto-tuney oohs still, but with the whole thing. Sounds good. And then at the end, this is the final trick I wanted to talk about. It's gonna be very fast. I just do the track spacer. I have some single EQ. That's because I'm automating this to pop up. Kind of cheesy thing, but it's working. And then I do some C4. I have some multi-uptone mastering just to balance the track a bit more out before it hits me. It's kind of low endy, and there's like a bass that's killing. And then the track spacer, I use this. It's a great plugin. I don't know how much it goes for, but it's a great investment because you can do it, especially if you do 2 tracks. Anyways, I do this. I put it on buzz 8. Wouldn't you know, this is buzz 8. So, and then every time I'm singing, it's dipping up the frequency. So if you can see here,
you by my side, you got me screaming out for help, yeah. And I see you stand.
So the vocal just pops more in the mix. And if you like this video, make sure to hit that like, hit the subscribe button. I'm very new to this, so maybe it's a very rough video, and I'm so sorry if it's very badly recorded, but I did my best. I hope you like it. If you like the song, go listen to it. And yeah, take care.